No, do you think? Let us know what your little ones think of the show. If you've got little ones, maybe they find there's a certain type of music thing going on in Telefunken. Maybe that
It's slightly
kids and animals kind of respond to better than
better than adults that
humans.
require advanced technical structure, yeah, things like
Forgotten
that.
how to enjoy silliness. Ooh.
So there you go. Welcome to that man and his fam. Man and his fam. It's now 8:30 in the morning. We're going to go to our expert Alice on Skype if she'll answer.
You can't tell her that you're going to phone her before you phone her, really. Cause
Or do you think she might
be
then
like
choose
abandoned.
Hello.
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 How you doing?
Alright, thank you, yes.
Jolly good.
Ask the experts.
How did you get to that so easily? It was all good. Ask the experts today. What are you an expert in today, Alice? Fruity Loops now, isn't
hang
it?
on.
Yes, Fruity Loops.
I haven't done a thing with it.
So
Tell us what Fruity Loops is.
we haven't got a jingle for this part of the this part of the show yet. But this is a little story part of the show where we tell stories with Alice. And
My story part of the show.
so, moving on from the locker pound that was yesterday's story, which needs to be refined and then written and drawn up, doesn't it really? And that'll be in the bookshelves shortly. So, today's story is going to be the opening story in the series about Tufty Earbits. Tufty Earbits.
Yeah.
Tufty Earbits is what are you saying?
I don't know.
A
Is it
squirrel? A squirrel, or
Is it a squirrel?
could be a squirrel. They have Tufty Earbits,
Squirrel.
and he lives at Pokey Abode,
Yes.
and his friend is.
He has. Does he not have two friends, or he has Harbour Ramparts? Is
Harbour
one of his-
Ramparts. It's one of
I
his-
think he's a badger, but we've not discussed this at length.
I was thinking he could be like an old pillow.
It's quite abstract, that, isn't it?
Abstract, yes, a little bit
yeah.
abstract.
Abstract, as we say.
Who's his other friend then?
Oh, maybe he didn't have another friend. I think there was some sort of talk of another friend,
It
but
was-
no. It's,
Yeah, and the
we really needed a theme tune.
theme tune for
Have
Tufty
to-
Earbits.
have to that.
We
Yeah.
we can do that.
We did have one though, did we not?
Oh shit, we did.
What
But
happened
it
to
was on the
It's
guitar. It was like a little guitar riff, and then it drifted away.
Yeah,
Ah, nuts.
I didn't record it.
Exactly. It was at the time. It was so vibrant. You just think, wow, there's no way you'll ever forget that. And then you forget the rhythm. But
All we have for this is the characters' names.
no, we've got the first episode as well.
What do you mean?
With Tufty Earbits and the paper counterpart.
Yeah.
That's about Tufty Earbits.
Maybe not.
He,
Is that not another character?
no, I think it's an episode, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
he forgets
yeah, it is,
his
you're right.
he forgets his paper counterpart when he goes to do his driving test.
Well, yeah. I like the sort of adult situations that they get themselves
Yeah.
into, like driving theory test, things like that. Yeah.
So, yeah, there was a bad guy though. I'm sure we came up with a bad guy recently, me and Will. Will, what
Yeah.
other characters have you got for Tufty Earbits?
What were there?
Well, we've got Harbour Ramparts, his friend.
Yeah.
Tufty Earbits lives at Pokey Abode, and the first episode is Tufty Earbits and the paper counterpart. And the paper counterpart.
What was the name of the snake?
Snake.
Snake is there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't we have a bad guy that was?
Yeah, that's. Oh, there was another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's been some work that's been happening
No, there
behind
was
the
a
scenes
snake.
here.
The snake was invented, like in Sudbury.
It's not Harbour Ramparts, isn't it? Snake.
No.
Oh, surely not.
Oh, text messages again.
That's the. Maybe that's the.
Oh,
The
What's the
answer.
snake?
Is that? I don't remember.
Did we have a
The answer.
like wasn't it like something tosser?
What?
Oh,
Do you
I
not
dunno.
remember? There was like the name of the bad guy and like sort of, oh, that's a little bit not obvious.
wrong.
But that's
that,
why he was
no?
a bad guy.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. Wasn't a bit. Oh, I don't know.
No,
Was that here we came up with the bad
Yeah.
guy? Yeah, I've forgotten it now.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
everyone must be loving this sort of lack of information.
Yeah,
really.
this is drifting a bit, isn't it? Perhaps. Should we put a little song on? What else happens in the first episode? Have a little think about that. But Alice is just saying we need a theme tune to that,
Right.
and
Maybe listeners can add some bits to that. Maybe they could send some things in for the theme tune.
have you tried waltzing yet, Will?
No.
Let's find out.
Snake character.
Mum might know the snake character.
So if we've got the animals for those two, even if we haven't got the name there, what animal do you think Harbour Ramparts is then, Will?
I don't know who Harbour Ramparts is.
Harbour Ramparts.
Are you alright with Tufty Ibbits being a squirrel? Or do you think he should be something else?
I think
Sounds
it
like a
was.
squirrel to me.
Yeah.
Right then.
Tufty.
Squirrels have got quite good
I think it's a red
faces.
squirrel. perhaps.
red squirrel
Yeah, red one.
with like a kind of Elvis quiff.
Probably a little waistcoat. That's probably a bit done. That's a bit Beatrix Potter, isn't it?
Bit obvious, do you think?
A little bit.
Is he just really fat?
Fat. Yeah, fat squirrel.
Maybe he should just be a football.
Oh,
Harbour Ramparts.
So we need some more events in the story, really, don't we? Characters and then events. Can't remember the snake name, says Dids.
oh yeah.
I'm afraid she does
a lot
not.
of it isn't coming from actually thinking about it, though, is it? It's just talking about something completely different.
No, you just talk.
And then words
Currently,
come from that.
I think that's why I made up that story about the dining room and the living room just now. To talk
Yeah,
about something
definitely
else
don't
so that
remember
it
that.
might come to mind. Snaky ear bits. No, that's wrong.
Mum doesn't remember.
That's unanimous. Didn't
That's it
happen.
then. And the animals didn't happen.
None of us didn't happen.
None of this
You
didn't
say.
happen. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So 8:39 or 1:39, whichever one you want, or a lot of different ones as well.
Whichever one most fits into your schedule for the day.
A word from our sponsor.
Telephone Radio proudly associated with talkbikes.co.uk.
It's 8 o'clock in the AM.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. The break lunch. Telephone radio.
You're live on Telephone Radio, whether you're listening on a podcast. Welcome to you all. 5 minutes left of this show.
Lisp differently.
We've had the Lisp differently. Is that what another character? We've had the stories from the curtains. Stories from within the curtains.
Telefunken Radio. Said it.
4 minutes left of the show today. It's into the dusty section at the end where we just sort of drift away slowly. Will's gone back to bed. Alice is on Skype.
Hello.
Hello. So what do you need to get Fruity Loops going, Alice? You need some samples and things.
Oh, I need to understand it.
Okay. Need a little
I
walk.
have it now, which is a lot more than I had
Have all it.
before yesterday.
You could probably do with getting Wavelab somehow. I haven't got.
Yeah.
I think I might have almost downloaded that.
What, do I use that in conjunction with
Well,
Fruity Loops?
you can use that to like get to chop up samples and save them to then put into Fruity Loops to put in your sequencer.
What I really think I need is a
Etc.
little bit of talent, perhaps, and actual
well,
knowledge.
that's all right because you've got talent, and
Well,
then knowledge can
find
be
out.
learned. So it's not a problem, is it? I've got a little bit of talk in the Facebook face. Just gives us time to talk about the pre-Logic test run. It's going to be this evening on Telefunken Radio. An equipment check from Kosh. General plugging in of devices and short live broadcasts, checking levels. So
quite postmodern.
listening to that if you like. Not sure what time that's going to be. Gerbs will be available is my message. Gerbs will be available. So look out for posts on when that might well be around. Going to run everything through a mixer and into the mic on the PC. So he's a little worried that the levels will be weird. Excellent. Sounds good. If it all goes well, then the actual Logic session show will be tomorrow night, which would be Wednesday, the 10th of Ali Beetle. There we go, little advert there. I'm
But you
feeling.
just missed the date off, though.
Oh,
So that everyone's going to think, well, what? When? What? When?
okay. It's going to be
Bad
tomorrow.
news. Bad news.
Watch this
4th,
space for actual information. What is the date today? Will's computer won't tell
4th
me.
today.
So the 5th of December,
That's the way.
nearly Alice's birthday.
Yeah.
Special birthday show on Sunday,
What?
coming straight from the annex on the side of
No
23
way.
Springfield
Don't
Road.
advertise that. That's not happening. Wait.
To make sure you have a horrible birthday.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like having like a big, like stomachache breakfast. Shit.
Oh, don't be silly.
Morning.
It just gives us 20 seconds left for me to tell you that the Washington Redskins beat the New York Giants last night in the American football world of NFL by 1 point, 17-16. which was a monumental victory that was necessary for their